when you do, when you drink water.
Stop. Welcome to episode 32 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Welcome, everybody. We're so glad that you could join us today.
This is the episode where we just make weird mouth noises.
Yes, it's been a wonderful, wonderful day.
Has it?
It has, kind of, yes. Yeah, it has. Is my hair sticking up? I never know how my hair looks.
You're so vain. You look fine.
But he says that.
You're so vain.
You probably think this song is
About you.
You're so vain.
You're so vain. No, your hair looks fine. It's fine.
No, but I last time, one of the past episodes we had, I watched it and I had an alfalfa thing going on.
Oh my God.
And I asked you, I don't even know if I asked you in there, but I looked and I was like, oh my gosh. It's just one piece of hair just bling.
If you're so worried about it, why don't you wear something on your head like I do?
Because I don't want to.
You could wear a scarf or something.
I don't want to.
You know?
I don't want to.
A nice Burberry scarf or something.
Well, buy me one.
No.
Okay. See.
My eye is burning.
You know, if your grandmother was in here on this podcast today, she would be like, well, what's wrong? Well, what are you doing? You probably need to get new glasses. Go get your eyes checked. That's what's wrong with your eyes burning.
I don't know why sometimes my eyes...
What was on your fingers? Do you wash your hands?
Sometimes.
Okay, so that's...
Yes, I wash my hands.
Did you touch something and then rub your eye?
Well, obviously I did. I don't know.
Okay.
I got something in my eye.
Go get like a freaking washcloth or something. And
It's fine. It'll come out.
oh my gosh, he's going to be sitting here for the next 45 minutes. Like, oh,
Yeah, it burns.
my eye.
I don't know what's wrong.
Tristan, really?
Okay.
As your mother,
It's fine. I'm good.
we can pause and you can go, you're blinking. You're like,
I think it's starting to go away, I think.
opening up your eyes really wide is not going to stop the burning.
No, it's working. I swear it's working. It's fine. I'm good.
This is why you wash your... Stop it. He's not. He's sitting here with his eyes really wide and blinking 100 times. Like it's going to... Rubbing it with the same finger.
Oh, I think I got it.
What was it? An
No,
eyelash?
No, it's still burning.
Oh my goodness. And I don't have anything in here.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm probably not prepared as your mother.
What do you mean?
Should have like some wipes in here. Like
Oh my God, like a freaking emergency kit at all
Yes.
times.
I, that's not a bad idea. I should have one in here.
Why in here?
Because, well, it's partly my office and it's partly our podcast studio. So I always need to have, we should have like a first aid kit in here.
What's going to happen while we're just talking on a
Like,
podcast?
okay, so like your eye is burning, but you need like a
goodness.
portable eye flush.
Portable eye flush, really?
Yeah, like they have like probably like, yes.
You
need
know,
something.
at work, at Walmart, I'm sure
coughing and choking. We probably need something.
No.
Probably need something for that.
something in the air. But they probably have this at a lot of like workplaces, the eye wash station, where you like
Yes.
stick your eyes on it and it washes your eyes out like
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to have stuff like that.
It's for like if you get chemicals in your eyes or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
That's part of OSHA. Yeah.
Did you ever have an injury at work? If so, what is the worst one that you've had?
I don't know if I've ever had an injury at work.
Because you used to work a lot of factory jobs, or you worked a few at least.
Yeah, I did.
No.
I worked at my first job out of high school. I called it my first adult job out of high school.
Wait, hold on. What was the kid job?
Like fast food, you know.
Oh, yeah,
I worked at like Hardee's and Pizza Hut, you know.
Yeah.
But like my first adult job, like working 40 hours a week, you know, consistent schedule. I worked for a company that built like window frames for these big buildings and skyscrapers.
Oh yeah, what
in
was
St.
the name
Louis.
of it?
Couples.
Yeah.
Couples Manufacturing are incorporated. And oh my gosh, I don't think I ever had an injury there. I don't think I did. I'm afraid of pain. I don't like pain. So I don't.
Isn't everybody?
I was, we worked around a lot of glass and stuff. I'm trying to think, wait a minute.
Never got cut or anything on glass?
I did have, okay, so this freaked me out. So I used to work on CNC machines, and it would always have these drill bits that would come down, and they were, of course, automated. And so the machine would know exactly where the drill bit had to come down and make the holes in these large metal pieces, whatever they were. And so one of the machines I was working on malfunctioned. And the drill bit came down, and the whole thing, like the drill bit broke off, and the part that broke off hit me in my head.
Oh my God.
And the other part of it like drilled down into the metal, and all the metal pieces started flying all over the place. Gave me like mild PTSD. And so I never wanted to work on a CNC machine again for like a long time.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, eventually I went back and I worked on them again. But yeah, that kind of like freaked me out. It put like a little mark in my head, like in my forehead. Is
it still there?
I don't think so, but I don't think so. That happened like years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like terrifying. That's probably like maybe the worst injury, if you could call it
but
that.
That's you barely got a freaking
it's just
scratch.
like, I think it just hurt my feelings.
That was the greatest injury. It hurt my feelings.
Scared me to death. Yeah, but I don't know if I've ever had I don't think I've ever had anything where I had to go to the hospital or anything.
Well, I've had two.
At Walmart?
So, yeah.
Really?
Well, one was like kind of like undocumented.
Oh, I know one. Yes.
But one from a long time ago when I worked at a neighborhood market. I don't know if it's really an injury, but it definitely hurt. I was putting like when you get when they ship the 2 liters in of soda.
Yeah.
They'll wrap like 4 of them or 6 of them in plastic. So there's like 4 or 6 2 liters wrapped in plastic together. And I was putting it like up on the very top shelf, the top stock, where like the extra leftover stuff goes that won't go on the shelf.
Yeah.
But there will be some up on top to refill the space or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was putting it up there, and I don't know how or why, but the plastic just ripped and broke.
Oh my God.
And I had like 4 or 6 2 liters tumble down onto my head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And I think I got a concussion. I think I actually...
Did you report it?
No.
Why?
I think I told somebody that I hit my head or something. I don't remember, honestly.
Oh my gosh. You always report that stuff.
And then I lost the device that we use. It's called a TC. I lost it. I don't know where. It's like a $1,000 device that we use. They're expensive. And I don't know where it went. I'm pretty sure I had a concussion. I was confused. I lost it. I don't know where I put it. Yeah. And it hurt really bad.
Tristan, you were supposed to go to the hospital.
You think so?
Tristan, yes. How long ago did this happen?
This was years ago.
Is this when we lived in Springfield?
Yeah, when I worked at the neighborhood
gosh.
market in 2019.
Right before we moved?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No wonder
I'm pretty sure I told you about it.
No, you didn't.
No, I think I did. You just don't remember.
No, you didn't.
I had to have.
No, you didn't.
I had to have at some point.
That's probably the concussion. You probably have memory loss. Don't remember. You probably thought you did.
I was confused, like, for the rest of that day. Like, I didn't quite know what I was doing.
That's why you probably thought you told me and you didn't tell me.
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't tell me. I would have remembered that, Tristan. I remember a lot of things that go on in your life from your mother.
I guess.
So, no, I would have known that.
Yeah.
But my gosh.
But that hurt. That hurt.
God bless Johnny. He always had injuries at work.
Yeah.
He was constantly at the doctor's getting metal out of his eye.
Yeah.
God bless him.
A few times.
Oh God, I felt so bad for him because he would always wear safety goggles, but it's just the work that he was doing. He was constantly, it just was always getting in his eye. Gosh, it's painful.
Yeah.
But that's the worst.
Another work injury I've had
Oh my god.
This happened last year. I was a delivery driver, and I was doing a delivery, and well, I delivered to this person's house, and I drove away. But then I forgot something. I left something in the van, so I was like, oh, I'll go back. I'll text them that I forgot something or whatever. So I pulled up, and this lady, she would always leave a wheelbarrow or something. I don't know what it's called.
A wheelbarrow.
Like a wagon wheel. I don't know. But that's where you would put like her groceries in and then take it to the door. And so I pulled up, and she was bringing the wagon out, and she had her dog out.
Yeah.
Usually at this place, like, you would text her before you get there so that she puts the dogs away. But when I came back, the dog was out.
Oh my gosh.
And I texted her. I thought she was going to put the dog back when I came back, but she didn't. And so it was a 40 pack of water that I forgot. And they have like this metal fence, and she opened the gate, and I was handing her the 40 pack of water through. It was so stupid. I was handing her the 40 pack of water through the gate where she has it like barely open, because the dog is right there. So she's trying not to let the dog out.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to hand her this water.
Right.
So she has to open it. And then there's a bush right there by the gate, and the dog goes around, like squeezes through the bush and the fence.
Yeah.
Gets out and jumps on me. And,
oh my gosh.
And bites me in the arm, rips my shirt, and then I did like a spin move. I pushed it off of me, and then it was trying to jump back off me, and then I just jumped back into the van.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was so funny, because once I jumped onto the van, I didn't close the door right away, because the dog didn't know what to do at that point. He's like, how did he get up there? He was so confused. She was like, shut the door, shut the door. So I shut the door.
She's telling you to shut the door because the dog is coming for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? What just happened?
Yeah, it was crazy. But at first I didn't think it was bad, because it wasn't really that bad, but I didn't like feel anything.
No, because adrenaline is coursing through your veins.
I didn't think it like broke skin or anything. But then I drove away, and I parked somewhere, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh my god, there's 2 freaking bite marks in my arm.
Yes.
And it's bloody. I was like, oh my god, it got me. And then the lady called me, and she was like, oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Did he bite you? I was like, no, he didn't. It's fine. Even though he did, I knew he did. But I just said I was fine. And then what you're supposed to do in that situation is like call somebody.
Yes.
Or go back to the store. I did. I just finished the rest of the delivery. I wasn't even going to tell anybody. I wasn't even going to tell anybody it happened.
No.
I just did the rest of the deliveries, and then I came back, and I was like trying to sneak and put a Band-Aid on. And
who caught you?
Everybody, I don't remember exactly, but everybody else was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I just got bit by a dog. I didn't think it was a big deal. They're like, what? You got bit by a dog? Everybody's like, oh my god. Like, they couldn't believe, like, it was the worst thing. I was like, what? It's not a big deal. And then they're like, you could have rabies. I was like, oh, I didn't think about it.
You didn't even think that far.
No, I didn't even think
That's
about that.
the first thing that popped into my head.
And then I started getting scared at that point. Everybody's freaking out like, oh, you could die from rabies. You're going to go crazy. Everybody's like trying to freak me out.
You know what everybody's thinking? Everybody's like, have you ever seen the movie Cujo? Every older person's like, Cujo, watch the movie Cujo.
Yeah.
The rabies dog.
Yeah. It was crazy.
They were probably like, what?
Yeah, they couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was I wasn't even going to tell
What did your
anybody.
boss tell you? She's probably like, Tristan, you have to go to the
Well, yeah,
doctor.
I had to make a whole report and everything
Yes.
with one of the coaches, and then we had to like call somebody to report it, and then they send me to the urgent care.
Yes, they have
to get a shot. So
they have to. Yeah, that's their policy. So like as soon as that happened, you were supposed to call your supervisor and let them know. Mm-hmm. You were supposed to. They could have had somebody else finish delivery or whatever. You were supposed to go take because you could have gotten sick. Anything could, and they would have been liable for that.
Right.
So You're like,
Yeah, I didn't think. I wasn't gonna tell anybody. I didn't think it was a big
man,
deal.
you should know. People are freaking nosy. If they see you doing something, they're probably like, "Hey, what are you doing? What happened?"
Yeah. Yeah, they were. And then everybody heard about it in the department. Everybody was asking me for the next week, "Oh my God, you got bit by a dog, didn't you? Are you the one that got bit? Oh my God."
Oh my. What?
Yeah.
I could just see them saying that.
Yeah, everybody was shocked.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
It is.
But you were okay. And then, of course, he deals with that at work. Of course, he comes home. Then he has to deal with me.
Oh my God! Yeah, remember I called you. You guys thought I was dead. You guys thought I was dead or
yes.
something.
Tristan calls me.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Mom, I had an accident." I was like, "What? Where are you? What happened?"
Is that what I said? No, I'm pretty sure I said don't freak out.
Don't.
At first
Okay.
or something.
Okay.
I think I said something like that, and then I said. I think I said I got attacked by a dog.
Got attacked. Okay, so this is what Tristan did. You never, any child should know this. I don't care how old the child is. You never call your mother or your father and say, "I have something to tell you. Don't freak out." Because your mother or father
you're going to think the worst.
is going to freak out. They're going to freak out just whenever you say, "Don't freak out." Mm-hmm. My mind was already like, "Oh my gosh, my kid is in the hospital."
Yeah.
Urgent care is close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then of course, mom's like, "What?" I'm like, "What? What do you mean don't freak out?" And of course, who hears me talking? Tristan's grandmother.
Yeah.
What? Where is he? What happened? Oh my gosh, you got bit by a dog. What?
Oh my God, I think Aunt Tracy and John were in town too.
Yes.
At that time, yeah. So everybody was freaking out.
Oh my gosh. And when Tristan comes home, we're just on him like a swarm of bees. Poor kid could not win.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my, yeah, they were. Tracy and John were
Yeah.
in town. They sure were.
And everybody was saying, "You need to call the cops. You need to call the cops right now. Make a police report." Like, no, I don't need to do all
Tristan's like, "No, I've the lady's nice. The lady's nice."
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't,
Yeah.
I mean, she probably should have put her dog away when I came back. But
Yeah.
again, I mean, she's a nice lady. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
It was just a freak
And then
thing.
when one person gets going, then of course, me and Mom we're just like, "Oh my gosh." I'm like, "You don't need rabies. You don't need this. Oh my gosh. Why didn't you call?" And then I'm looking like, "Oh my gosh, are you sure that's not infected? Oh my gosh, look at the coloration. Oh my gosh."
It was. But I was scared for like the next 2 weeks.
And then I'm like, "You don't have a fever, do you?" And I was like, "Well, you just need to go lay down." Of course, a mother's cure for everything is just go lay down.
Yeah.
Do you need anything?
It took a while to heal too.
It did.
Actually,
I checked it like every day.
Yeah.
I was like, "Let me see it." But that's what a mother is supposed to do. That's what any parent who cares about their child is supposed to check them out, no matter how old they are.
Yeah.
Especially when they still live with them.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if they don't. They still, if something happens, you never, I'm just going to tell you for future reference. If anything happens to you, don't say, "Okay, Mom, don't freak out." Because you know me. You know I'm going to freak out. You're my one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
You're my only child. Why would I not freak out?
Yeah.
"Mom, I have something to tell you." Well, the good thing is you were still breathing and talking. So that's good.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, he's either at the hospital or he's in jail.
It's funny too, because I remember now when I told you that, and you were in the room with everybody.
Yeah.
Because I heard you. I was like, I got attacked by a dog or something, and you're like, "What?" And then everybody else in the room was like, "What?" at the same time. And then you're like, "Tristan got attacked by a dog," and then they're like, "What?" I remember hearing that on the phone. It was so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. What kind of dog was it? I was like, I don't know. What kind of dog was it? I mean, Tristan is probably like, oh my gosh, this is why I didn't want to call my mother.
Yeah, I was afraid. I was afraid too.
Why? You can always call me.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm saying like I just knew you would be afraid. You know,
can always call me for anything.
I know. I'm saying I just knew you would be afraid. Is all, and you'd think I was dying.
So if you ever have children, you will have the exact same, pit in your stomach feeling that I have every time you call or don't answer the phone.
Yeah,
that's just what will happen.
I'm sure.
But I don't know if you'll ever have kids.
Yeah, but I honestly was afraid that I was gonna have rabies for like the next month.
Yeah, he's gonna
because
he was scared he was gonna be foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, because once
just really sick.
Yeah, because once you start to have symptoms, it's over. Like you're done. No. There's nothing you can do about it.
You probably Googled it too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did.
You Googled everything. Didn't you?
I did so much research.
You went down the Google rabbit hole.
I went down the freaking rabies rabbit hole. Yeah.
It was okay though. You made it through. Yeah. But that's so interesting though, because like I worked a lot of manufacturing jobs, well quite a few. And you've had more injuries working for Walmart than I've ever had working around chemicals, metal objects, machinery. I used to drive a forklift. I drove a forklift whenever I was pregnant with you.
Really? Are you forklift certified?
I think I was, yes.
What, do you have to renew it or something?
I think you may have to, yeah. But that was like over 20 years ago. Like I was pregnant with you whenever I did that, like very early in my pregnancy. But yeah, I did. And it was really cool and I, would move these big sheets of metal. It was really, that we would clean and, they made that they were long sheets. I can't remember what the company's name was Tradeco, and they cleaned these sheets for that they made for Boeing. Mm-hmm. And I worked for a lot of companies that made some really cool stuff. Yeah, but now I have a cool job where I just sit and talk to people. Mm-hmm. All day long.
I couldn't.
So it's kind of cool.
I couldn't imagine how you'd be if I was in the military.
Oh my gosh, I would miss you so much.
I know you'd probably be.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. That would be really, really hard. That would be hard.
You'd be calling me every second.
Oh my god, I wouldn't be able to call you every second. I would write you so many letters. Mm-hmm. I would try to FaceTime you as much as I possibly could.
Yeah, but I
think I would just be obsessed with it. I don't know. I would. I mean, I would just like every other parent who misses a child that's over there, and in the military. I absolutely would not want you in the military at all. No.
It's so funny. I get into these phases where like I'll start watching or consuming a specific genre of media. Mm-hmm. And lately it's been military and CIA.
Why?
I don't know. I think maybe because the new Call of Duty came out.
Oh my gosh. Recently. Of course it's related to a video game.
And I've just been watching a bunch of military and CIA videos and listening to military books.
There's nothing wrong with like educating yourself about it.
No, it's not that. It's like makes you want to join.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that on video. No. But no,
no, they're not. What are they gonna do? Steal me?
They're gonna draft you. They're gonna draft.
Well, that you can't do about that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be your choice if you wanted to. But that's not a video game. It would be real life.
Well, of course. I don't think it's a video game.
But I mean, I used to want to join. I wish I would have because I would be retired by now. Yeah. But I wanted to, but I didn't want to go into the Army or Marines or anything like that. I wanted to I wanted to do the Navy. That's what I wanted to go into. And I wish I would have went into the Navy. But yeah. I should have. I had thought about it like my junior I think I had thought about it my junior year of high school, and I really wish I would have joined. But I went a different way. I wasn't meant to go that way, so went a different way, and I ended up where I was supposed to as a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all good. I'll never retire, ever.
But you don't go through those phases like I just described, where it makes you I have been consuming a lot of vampire stuff also, and now I want to be a vampire. I was into Vikings for a while. I was like, dang, I wish I was a Viking.
No, I don't do anything. No, no, I don't think I go through any phases like that. I don't know.
You never had anything like that, like when you watched Scandal or something, you wished you were a freaking whatever the heck she was in the show.
No, because it looked exhausting.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
And people were always after you. Like she looked like she never got rest or never ate a decent meal. It's like, that looks exhausting. But her clothes were off the chain, though. It would be nice to have money and live in nice apartments like that. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I never. There were some times where I was like, it would be nice to be like a lawyer. Like I would get into like legal dramas for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, yeah, it would be kind of nice to live like the lifestyle of a lawyer, like that.
Really?
Yeah, like a really good. Like I used to actually I wanted to be a lawyer for a while. Yeah, I did. I wanted to be like a criminal lawyer, a prosecutor, not a defense lawyer.
Wow, you want to put people in jail.
I wanted to be a prosecutor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I'd rather be a defense attorney.
Well, you can make good money.
Well,
Because
yeah.
people they'll fork out a lot of money for defense attorneys.
Yeah.
But you better, but that would have been like really difficult for me because I think there may have been people, you kind of have to compartmentalize a lot because, I mean, you're defending people who are guilty, I'm sure, most of the time of something. And then it can kind of clash with your ethics and morals. So it would be really hard. So so I would rather you may not make as much money prosecuting a case, but I would have rather wanted to be a criminal prosecutor. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I just didn't go that way. But I'm still in a field where I'm helping people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did want to be a lawyer for a long time. But then the public speaking kind of was like, it's probably why I didn't do it.
But you took a public speaking class, remember?
I did. I've always found myself in situations where I have to talk in front of people.
Oh my God.
or teach people something.
I freaking hated doing presentations at school.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, at least when I wasn't prepared. Because there was a lot of times where
it's hard.
Like there was a couple times like I was in this history class in high school and the teacher was a coach. I don't remember if he was a football coach or a basketball coach. I don't remember. But there was one assignment where we had to do a presentation about like the Silk Road or something, or some kind of trade that happened in Africa or Asia or something. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't do it. Like I didn't even do the presentation. I didn't make a presentation at all.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't do it. Either I don't remember because I don't remember if this was the same time, but I think this might have been that time where I had a partner too, but we didn't make the presentation. We just found a presentation online that someone else made.
Oh, and so you plagiarized it
and turned it in. It literally, we didn't change anything about it. It had like people speaking in it. Like it was a PowerPoint, but it had like people would talk on each slide, like whoever made it. Like they put like voice memos in it.
Oh my
gosh.
They're
They're like, what the heck is this? Why are you doing that? And then the teacher made me get up in front of the class and do a presentation about it, like completely unprepared. And yeah, I didn't know. It was really embarrassing. It was really embarrassing.
Did you guys fail that? Did you guys get an F on that project?
No, I think I had to still do it and turn it in like 2 days or something.
Oh my gosh, that is. See, this is. Yeah, no, you got to do the work. I had to do like group presentations in college, and yeah, I did it with like 2 other people, and then you always had to, put your part in, and yeah, it was just, and I would always have somebody. I would always contribute like a lot of the information, citations, resources and stuff, and then if there was somebody else that was really better with PowerPoint, I would have them put the presentation together, because there was always one person in the group that's like proficient in PowerPoint. I never was. I could do it, but I don't like to. Yeah. Now, where I work at now, we have to do case presentations. So we still have to present in front of probably like 40 people, 30 or 40 people. Even when doing it virtually, it's still nerve-wracking. Like it's still, because you're the one that's presenting, you're talking, you're explaining things. And and I'm always in a position where I hate public speaking. And I'm in a position and have a career where I have to teach. It's very interesting. But it is what it is. Do
you do those presentations on Zoom or something?
Yeah.
Have you ever caught somebody in their underwear or something doing like
it's
doing something weird? They thought they'd turn their camera off.
Not like, no, like you mean like like
anybody just being on just
no being like I tell this to a lot of my members like in group, and we have to go over all of our group rules before each group session, and we talk about like, hey, there's a rule that we have, and it says please wear clothes. So you think everybody's like, hey, why do you have that rule? Okay, so this was not at the current place I work, but this is years ago, during COVID, and there was a guy that people were like, oh, kind of Zoom. This is when everybody started using Zoom.
Yeah, it was a new thing.
It was a new thing. So like everybody started using Zoom for telehealth and counseling and all of that. And so when you have like 14 or 15 people for group counseling, you're like, hey, just have your cameras on. Everybody just kind of has to sit there, don't be moving around. So this guy has his phone like in the bathroom, and he's not.
What is he doing?
No, like he's in the shower, but he comes out of the shower and he's completely full frontal.
Oh my God. Wait, so he had the camera in his bathroom in front of the shower?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think he did it on purpose. I think he was just trying to get a rise. Sometimes when people really want attention,
yeah,
they do stuff like that.
Was he like there for counseling? Or?
Yes, it's for a group. Got like 13 other people on there. It's like, you can't do this. But yeah, and I remember.
What did you say? Like,
it's just like, it's like, but see, we have like as counselors, you can get up and you can remove people from the group. But when you're kind of looking and I'm kind of like simultaneously, you're kind of like looking at your papers and you're like trying to wrangle everybody else. And when you look, you're like, did that just happen? Or is that, and everybody else in the group is kind of trying to figure out, did that just happen? And then you're like, yes, it did. And then you're like, bloop, got to remove you. But at that point, everybody has seen,
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then, God bless her. There's, there's this one lady that was so traumatized by it. It like messed her up. Like, I mean, and when things like that happen, you do have to, like, people in the group need to process it and talk about it. Because it could trigger people, because people have trauma.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And when they see things like that, and other people, people just do it because they think that stuff is funny, and it's not.
It is kind of funny.
Well, it's funny, but but it's like it can trigger other people who have trauma, though.
Yeah, I could.
So, but we do tell people that, especially with telehealth, it's like, please wear clothes, please.
Yeah.
Don't be laying around in your lingerie. There were people that would be laying in their bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're still like in a group or a meeting.
Yeah.
Like we have to have our camera on for our meetings. Like we can't,
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I love working from home and stuff. But
I saw this one video of this guy. It was like they were having court, like, and like they were doing it virtually through Zoom or whatever.
Yes.
And he got his driver's license revoked or something. Like he wasn't supposed to be driving. But when they called him to like join the court or whatever, he's sitting in the car driving, and he's like smoking a blunt or something, and he's driving, and the judge and whoever else was like, "What? You're not supposed to be driving. Your freaking license is revoked.
Are you in a car? Are you
Yeah.
supposed to be in a car?
It was so ridiculous."
Yeah. Speaking of videos, I did want to hit on this one because being here in Jacksonville, we just had the Georgia-Florida game on Saturday. So there's a video going around of 2 JSO officers beating up somebody, like 2.
Oh, I think I saw that on the news on my phone, actually.
Yes. So I don't know what's happening in our world right now, and I don't know like the whole like I don't know everything what the reasoning was behind this, but there was
I don't know how to say his name, Lakeon Woods.
Yeah. So what did they say was the reason for these cops beating up these 2 people?
I think this is the same one. I don't know. This might be a different one.
It just happened.
Oh my God, I can't even read it. I have to sign up for a freaking subscription to read the dang article.
Is that the New York Times?
No, it's the
Florida Times?
Florida Times Union.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But no, but they don't know. Like, I saw this video of these 2 cops, and I'm like, what in the world is going on that they are beating up these 2 people?
I'm trying to find the story. Oh no, that's a YouTube video.
So I couldn't get like the full story of why, but if people out there have watched this, it is crazy.
Oh no, this is a different one. This is from last year.
No. Oh, it happened last year too?
Well, there is one. It's a new story. He's suing. A Florida man filed a federal lawsuit Thursday against 3 Jacksonville sheriff's officers who severely beat him last year after he ran from a traffic stop, alleging they used excessive force that resulted in permanent injuries to his head, eye, and a kidney.
No, this was at the Florida.
Okay, so this is a different.
No, this was at the Florida-Georgia game on Saturday.
Okay, I think I found it.
Yeah. And it was just 2 officers here from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
Okay, yeah, I found it. I'm not going to play the video, but it says at the beginning of the video, one officer seems to have one of the fans in a headlock while a witness yells, "Why are you punching him?" Later in the video, the same officer can be seen punching that fan in the back of the head multiple times. A few steps away, an additional 2 police officers can be seen restraining a different fan before one of the officers begins to punch them as well.
Yeah.
The video ends with the officer who punched the fan in the back of the head standing next to them while their head faces the ground. You know what? I actually did see this the other day scrolling on Twitter, but I didn't click on it or watch it.
Yeah.
But I saw like a second of it, of the cop going like this, like freaking,
yes,
like it's the W. I think I did see somebody post on Twitter. They posted the video. He said he's punching him like he's in the turnbuckle on WWE.
Yes.
And he was.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, just wailing on the guy, and I don't know why.
Yeah, let me see if it says why.
I don't know if there has been an explanation as for why the police officer felt the need to use that excessive force. Was there a brawl between the fans?
You're right. I have something here. The news spoke with safety analyst Tom Hackney, who said the suspect had his hands wrapped around the officer's waist, and there's a gun in 100% of the encounters that law enforcement has. One of the things that's really hammered in training is firearm protection. When somebody's got their hands around your waist and they're close to where the firearm is, with a large crowd like that, things can go from bad to worse. So I guess he was afraid that he was going to grab his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but was there a brawl in the crowd with the fans? So why was he
Oh yeah, why did it happen in the first place?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So I get that part. Yeah, like you wouldn't want the fan to grab the, you wouldn't want the fan to grab the the gun. I get that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. But why was it happening in the first place?
Who knows? They could have been been drunk and rowdy or something.
Yeah. It was not. I'm like, what the hell? And then they're talking about how the police are being trained now, and it's like,
yeah, that's what defunding the police does.
They
don't do their job as well.
But who is defunding the police?
Well, there's been in a lot of places they've defunded the police, like in Oregon, like in Portland, they've done that. On the East Coast, they've done that, like in New York and stuff. Maybe not in New York, I don't know, but it is a thing that is happening in some places.
Yeah,
for sure, and that's been a big narrative ever since the George Floyd thing. People are saying, "Oh, we need to defund the police," but I don't think that's the solution. Giving them less funds means, they need more funds because they need better training than they have now.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're obviously not, judging by that video, there's a lot of cops that obviously aren't getting the proper training on how to handle situations like that.
No, I agree. Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah,
I think cops should, the standard should be much higher. Like they should go through like Navy SEAL training. Like you should have to go through like much harder training.
Yes.
To be a police officer.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that violence like that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But I think it would weed out people like that.
And do they go through any mental health or psychiatric backgrounds checks?
Probably, I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably different in different places.
I'm just wondering if they go and they have to have like a psych evaluation. Not after something happens, but I'm talking about before they even become police officers.
I don't know.
I wonder if that's a requirement. I would assume they do. If they have psychiatric or mental health evaluations.
Yes, most police departments use psychological testing to select candidates.
Yes, okay. Yeah, they would have to.
A psychological personality test is often one of the last steps in the police recruitment process.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to. So then it is.
I think they're mostly
a lack of training.
But I think they're mostly testing them just on if they can handle like high stress situations.
Yeah.
I
think that they need
it's a similar thing that they do in the military,
Yeah, I think that they probably need to actually test them and see if they even like a thorough psychiatric evaluation
to see if they have like any mental illness,
or
anything, or certain aggressive behaviors that they can't control.
Yes,
yeah.
Like actually using measurement tools to, like if they have bipolar, schizoaffective, things like that. Are they on any medication?
They would do. I'm sure they do a background check before.
But
I'm sure they could find out that kind of stuff.
Their medical history. Yeah,
they'd be able to see if they're on antidepressants or anything. Depressed, whatever.
If they they have to submit all of their medical records.
Yeah.
Like if they are seeing a psychiatrist or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if they are, because seriously, like there are some police officers where you're kind of like, they should not be a police officer.
Yeah, they should.
So,
but the thing is, like, people will see that video and it'll just reaffirm their belief that all cops are bad.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that. I don't think that all cops are bad. I don't.
That's the thing. Because the only videos that go viral of
The
cops
cops are bad.
are the cops that are doing bad things
Yes.
and beating people and hurting
Yes.
people. You never see a video go viral of a cop helping someone.
Somebody. Right. That's true.
You know, so that's the thing, especially with the internet. Like, stuff like that gets amplified. And
it does.
It reinforces the idea of, yeah, all cops are bad. But that's not true. There's bad people in every walk of life, in every career.
Mm-hmm.
That includes police officers.
Yeah, is.
There's bad cops.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're not all bad.
No, they're not.
You know, they're just not.
Because they're not, and that's just that's all that you see is something bad. That's just how it's been. This has been probably this last week or last few days has just been, as far as social media goes, like on Twitter and just Instagram, whatever. It's just been like so tense and just been negative stuff on there with this happening on Saturday, the election rhetoric, everything is just coming to like a fever pitch, and I'll be glad when it's over.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna.
Well, I'll be glad whenever we're kind of getting over this hump. Next week will be very interesting.
It sure will be.
I'm very much looking forward to it. However,
you won't be.
Well, however it goes, I'm looking forward to it. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm excited. It's funny because me and Johnny were talking earlier, and he was like, this morning, he was like, I really don't know how it's gonna go. He was like, I really don't. And I said, honey, I don't know how it's gonna go either. But I said it's in God's hands, you know, and it is. Mm-hmm. I said people are going to vote. People are voting now, or they were, you know, a lot of early voting. This should have been the last day for early voting in some states. But yeah, I said we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And a lot of those people out there who say they hate cops, just those are the same people that are about to vote a cop into office. Just so you know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She could have blocked up a lot of your friends for smoking weed. I'm just saying. You know?
She wasn't a cop. She's a district attorney.
Whatever. A cop. She was a cop.
She's not a cop.
She put people in jail.
Oh my goodness.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, those people that say you hate all cops and all cops are bad, look right there in front of you.
Yes. Well, let me just say that, you know. Well, you can put it, she isn't a cop, she's a prosecutor. It's a difference.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted to do. Put people in jail.
Exactly. Criminals, yes. People who deserve to be in jail. There's a lot of people who deserve to be in jail. Then there's a lot of people who don't deserve to be there. Yeah. That, you know, they've done some crimes, but they don't deserve prison time. You know what I mean? Like they deserve to have accountability and serve some sort of punishment, but not like 10 or 15 years in prison. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Do you know who Young Thug is?
Yes, I've heard.
Have you heard about the Young Thug case at all?
No, I don't think so, but I know who he is.
You know, he's a rapper, music.
Yes, yeah.
Well, he's been in jail for the last 2.5 years, and they recently just made a deal finally. They wanted him to, I don't know, I don't remember all the details or whatever, but the prosecution was recommending that he serve like 40 years or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and they were like flip-flopping around, and like it was this whole thing since it started has been a complete clown show. It's been ridiculous. But they let him go with 15 years probation.
Wow.
But if he violates it, because it's a 40-year, I think it's supposed to be like a 40-year sentence. Mm-hmm. So he has 15 years probation, but has 25 years on the back end or whatever. Mm-hmm. So if he violates his probation, then he has to serve all that time.
Or at least probably 75% of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, 15 years of probation is a long time to not mess up. I mean, maybe for most people, probably not, but, you know, still.
15 years probation.
50, and there's conditions, so he can't. He's from Atlanta. He can't go to Atlanta. He can only go to Atlanta 4 times a year to do like presentation on gun safety or like stopping gangs, saying gangs are bad, or you know what I'm saying. Like he has to do 4 of those kind of events every year. I don't remember the other conditions, but he can't talk to anybody that was involved, like any of the gang members. He can't be involved with them at all.
I think that there's just conditions. It's like, how many times have you violated? How many times, how many, like how this, it kind of goes with the rates of recidivism. Like if how many charges have you had? What's the what's the degree of those charges? I mean, 15 years of probation is a long time.
Well,
with a lot of conditions, and if you're gang affiliated too.
Yeah, it was a RICO case.
Yeah,
but it was a state RICO case. So those are easier to beat than a Fed case.
Yes, yeah. But it's still a RICO case, and they're going to have different conditions.
Yeah, and he's being painted as the leader of a criminal organization.
That's why.
Yeah.
But
I would rather do 15 years probation than freaking
than being in prison.
25 in prison.
Yes. Oh yeah. And it probably could be a cakewalk to do 15 years probation. And I mean, it could if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think and it's probably been talked about and over and over and over. There's just 2 tiers. I think with there's always the racial injustice in the criminal justice system. There just is. I think just there's certain people that are going to have tougher sentences than others. That's just true.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It just is, unfortunately. But yeah, just try to stay out of trouble, kids.
Yeah, there's another rapper. Do you know who Lil Durk is?
I've heard of Lil Durk, but I don't listen to a lot of rap, Tristan. But I just know them. Like I've either seen it on TikTok or Spotify or something. I'm sure, but I don't listen.
He recently got arrested for a murder for hire.
Oh gosh,
charge, and it's a federal case too. Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense. I just don't understand.
I wish I really could explain the whole thing to you because it's like a crazy, but it would take forever.
Yeah, I just don't want to even.
Okay, so I'll explain it a little bit.
No,
so listen. So there was a rapper named King Von, who's also from Chicago. They're both from Chicago, from around the same area. And King Von, who people say was probably a serial killer, he got killed a few years ago outside of a nightclub by another rapper who was there. Basically, King Von was beaten up. This guy's name is Quando Rondo. They got into a fight, and then Quando's friend, his name is Lil Tim, shot him. He shot him and killed him. And he actually got off on those charges. He didn't do any. They dropped the charges. But basically, after King Von died, there was this trend called Slide for Von.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, sliding means like you're gonna go shoot somebody. Right?
Okay.
So it was this whole trend that they were trolling Lil Durk with, like, oh, you haven't slid for Von. What are you gonna do? Aren't you gonna get your get back? Get back is like somebody kills your friend. Now you're gonna go kill one of their friends.
Okay.
That's what get back is. But everybody's typing this in his comments under his pictures. Oh, slide for Von. Why haven't you slid for Von? And a lot of people think that trend probably got to him. Mm-hmm. All these people online saying that he's not doing anything. And he's rapped about it in some songs. But, yeah. And then the guy I mentioned earlier, Quando.
Yeah.
I guess his cousin got killed. And it was supposed to be him, but I think they hit the wrong target.
Oh,
but they killed his cousin like they were sitting in a car, I think, and he got shot. And it's so sad. There's a video of it.
Oh, gosh.
Not of him getting killed, I don't think, but there's a video of him like outside of the car, like when the police are there, and he's just screaming like, no, like it's so sad. It's really sad.
Gosh.
But that is the killing that Lil Durk has been arrested for. That he hired someone to go there and kill him. and I guess basically they traced all the credit cards and stuff and rental vehicles back to him.
Oh my gosh.
Back to his
So
company.
he killed Quando's cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
And that was him sliding for Vaughn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so stupid and sad.
And you know what's funny? I don't know if this was real, but I think there was like text messages of him like texting whoever was getting the flights because it happened in L.A. So whoever was like booking the flights and rental cars and stuff to go there, I guess Lil Durk, he texted whoever was setting that up. He's like, don't use any cards or anything associated with me or my business. The I think it's a record label. It's called OTF. But I guess they used the business cards to set up everything, like to set up the flights and get the rental car.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Of course they did. Of
Yeah,
course we're going to do what you tell us not to.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because we want to get you caught up. That I mean,
but also I forgot
so
to mention this. One of his friends, his name is OTF Jam. He actually, how he got caught was his friend Jam was wearing a wire for 2 years.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and was an informant, pretty much.
Of course. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that. That's crazy. That whole business, people in that business, the rap.
Well, it's not just, it's the street.
It's the street mentality. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The street and gang mentality, man. It's just, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's
I don't understand. I don't understand. And just killing each other for what? For what? What did he gain from that? What?
The people stopped saying slide for Vaughn. He slid for his man.
So you killed for peer pressure. That's what you got peer pressured, and then you didn't and then you killed
allegedly. I don't want to say that he did this, but you know that is the narrative. You know.
It's just that is so stupid, and somebody else lost their life. It's just that's ridiculous.
It is.
It's sad. It's ridiculous.
And he's a millionaire. Like, he doesn't. At least if you're gonna kill somebody, this doesn't sound wrong, but at least do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you're not good at this.
Well, no, just don't.
You're a millionaire. Why are you even doing this?
Why are you even listening to your followers like that?
You're not in the streets anymore. You have millions of dollars. Like,
why are you? Yeah. So this is what gets me, because like rappers and people that are like gang affiliate, like you're rapping about that lifestyle. You can talk about that and why are you not rapping about how you were in that lifestyle and how your life has changed since then? Because I think whenever people are rapping about that lifestyle, you're glorifying it. And there are still younger people, younger men, young teenagers, young males listening to that.
Specifically young black men.
Young black males listening to that, and you're glorifying it. If you're going to rap about something, rap about how you got out of that, you changed your life, you're making a difference, you're doing something, you're not living that life anymore. Yeah. Why? You're rapping, your talent got you out of that life. Why are you still talking about that shit?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, and now what? You locked up.
Yeah. And he's facing either.
It's just.
If he's convicted, he could do life in prison or the death penalty.
Yeah, gone. Everything that you have worked for, and you got a taste of the good, and you sabotaged it. Yeah. By listening to people say, "Oh, why aren't you doing this? Why didn't you do that?" Where are those people now? They don't give a crap about you. That's, hearing stuff like that makes me so upset. It makes me so frustrated. Especially for black people.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating because you get an opportunity to better your life based on your talent. Nobody takes it away from you but you. Mm-hmm. You can't blame nobody but you for that.
Yeah.
Nobody else took it away from you but you. But you allowed other people to get inside your head.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
He did, because he's sitting in prison.
Well, he's in jail. He's being
Well,
held
in jail.
Well, he's being held at a federal
But
place or whatever.
he's going to prison. He's going to prison.
Well, I hope not. I like his music.
I mean, but believe me, he's going. It's unfortunate, but he is. He's a black man. He going.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is gonna go? They're gonna pin it on somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially again, his friend was wearing a wire.
Yes.
For 2 years.
Exactly.
And this is
they set him.
And this is a federal case. They don't come unless they know they have you.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. They set him up. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. You have really got to watch these days who you have around you in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
especially if you're doing stuff like that.
Well, no, yeah. Well, especially if you're doing stuff like that. But then especially, you know, it just in general, like you need to watch people you have around in your life. You just don't know. People can be a snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Seriously. If that could be if anybody, like if you're doing good or whatever, and just people can, you just don't know, you know.
And apparently what happened,
crazy.
people are saying that Jam, the one who wore the wire, they're saying apparently he served like 12 years in prison or something.
That's crazy.
And got out, and I guess they didn't like help his family or whatever, or didn't give him money when he got out or something, and that he was upset about that.
Yeah, so he was like, here, let me go ahead and set this dude up. And then, yeah. And somebody paid him off too.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure.
You know, oh yeah, they did. Yeah. And that's just, yeah. But you know, if you make your bed, you got to lay in it. You know what I'm saying? So if you went to prison for 12 years, you know, you take some responsibility for whatever it is that got you there.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, if you wanted somebody to take care of your family, why didn't you stay out of prison and take care of your family?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's some whine and BS. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's just, I don't know if that's really the reason why, but if it's true, it probably is part of it.
I'm just talking about people who are like that. You know, I'm not talking about him specifically, but there are people who do that, who will go to prison or something or lose their freedom, however, and complain whenever somebody don't take care of their family. Well, why was you up in the streets or doing whatever to go to prison? You wasn't thinking about your family.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you were, you wouldn't have been doing whatever it is you were doing that got you locked up.
Right.
And now you're mad because nobody took care of your family. Well, you know, made your bed, you got to lay in it.
Yeah.
Should have been thinking about that before you did what you did.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Sometimes I do not have sympathy for people that do that.
Well, yeah, at some point,
there's
got to be some personal accountability.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, if you live a gangster lifestyle or want to be gangster lifestyle, you are going to have to deal with the consequences that come along with that.
And the thing is with a lot of these rappers, like they feel like they have to live the life that they're portraying.
Yes.
In their raps. Like, do you know what drill is? Drill is basically it's a genre of rap, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just all about death. It's just about what they're talking in these songs about people they've killed.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just crazy. And those songs have caused people to die, because then the other side gets mad. Oh, they mentioned my dead homie. Mm-hmm. Now I got to kill one of them. And then it just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't stop, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah. And this is what, you know, they were always talking about. Oh, well, people got to stop this black on black crime while you're feeding it by music like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can't sit in there and say, oh, we need to stop black on black crime and all of this stuff whenever you're a part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, those music execs don't care how many people die.
Well, no, of course not.
They just want to make the money.
They're just making money off of it.
You know,
yes, absolutely.
They want them to rap about that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It makes them, pays their bills.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And people are, young black males are out there, throwing up signs, doing whatever, and think it's okay. And I'm like, y'all just don't realize that they do not care.
No.
They don't. And, well, we got to do something about this black on black crime. Okay, well, first of all, you can stop buying and listening to that stuff. Second of all, you can be trying to work and do something better for yourself to get out of that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I always say people are not stuck. They will say, I'm stuck. I can't get out of this neighborhood. I can't get out of this. Yeah, you can. You can go to school. You can go to work. You can save money. There's a lot of things you can do. Nobody is stuck. The only way people are stuck, you just got to get out of your own way. You got to get out of your own way. Ain't nobody stuck.
Yeah.
You're not. They're not stuck. I tell people that all the time. People I counsel and work with, nobody is stuck. You can always get out of a situation. There's a solution for everything. You may have to find a few and kind of change and adapt and all that, but no. They're not stuck in that lifestyle. They choose, some of them, a lot of them choose that lifestyle. They like that lifestyle. And anything that is calm is uncomfortable for them, and they don't know how to deal with that. That's why that's why they stay in it. It's chaotic. People like chaos. Some people like chaos. They like it.
Yeah.
They're addicted to it.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I don't like chaos.
Well, it's a lot of people, especially if you maybe grew up in a chaotic environment.
Yeah.
You know, you're just used to that.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't like calm.
It's the same thing as, you know, people who go to war and come back. It's like weird to assimilate into regular life.
Yeah.
You know, they need something crazy.
Yeah.
You know, something to spike their adrenaline.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I know it's difficult, but see, but you got to figure out how to make it. You got to figure out how to change that, you know, and it's just changing a mindset. It's psychological.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It takes time, I know, but yeah, that's all that rapping gangster stuff. You know, I can't deal with it.
Do you know who Michael Irvin is? He was a football player.
I don't think so.
Well, his son is a rapper, and it's so funny because he went off on him on like his the show that he's on. He's like a sports commentator. And because his son, he's talking about like his son is like rapping about like gangster stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, that boy grew up in a 20,000 square foot house. He ain't doing none of that stuff. And then it's so funny because his son recently did an interview.
Yeah.
And he's like, shit wasn't even 20,000. He's gassing it up. It was like 15.
It was 15,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's like,
what's dad talking about? Shit.
It's ridiculous. Like,
I didn't have a Mercedes. I had a Benz.
Yeah. Then
I had a BMW.
It was so funny because somebody posted a picture of like something that Michael Irvin posted on his Instagram where he gave his son like a Mercedes or something.
Oh my god!
Like SUV.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's crazy.
That would be like me telling you, like, yes, we lived in the ghetto, but you don't. You know, it's like no.
But it's just interesting that just that lifestyle is so appealing to people. You know, and people want to be a part of it, even if they didn't grow up anywhere near that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, it is interesting. And so that's a good question, is what is the appeal of it?
People just think it's cool.
What is the cool thing about it? Because whenever you look at it, it's the same thing where people are like the appeal of gangsters. Al Capone, you know, that old school gangster, like the dress, just that whole lifestyle. And is it just kind of bucking the system? What is the appeal of it? Is it thinking you've got freedom and power? But what do you really have power over is the question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the draw is, because in the end, when you're really looking at like the long-term outcome of it, a lot of those people end up dead.
Yeah, or in prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what the draw is. I'm so glad that you're not drawing to that. Are you?
No.
You're talking a lot about it. You're like, hey, do you know this person?
No, I'm just saying.
You know this person.
I'm just saying, like, I'm, you know.
I don't know. I just, yeah. I have never, I had like long time ago, like, have been around people. I don't want to say they were gangsters. They were in the streets though. And I never Like, I was terrified being around people like that.
Well, I think the thing is, like, people, maybe they have such mundane and boring lives, and they see something like that that's, to them, looks exciting. Like, oh, they're getting shot at all the time, and they're shooting people, and they're making money, and then they're rapping about all their crimes, and then, people find it exhilarating and exciting.
Well, like the guy you're talking about who grew up with money and all of that. Money would not be an issue for him. It would be there's the thrill of probably being shot at, chased, and that fast lifestyle. But I mean, yeah, it's not it would be a danger aspect for him, the danger rush, adrenaline. But yeah, I think for somebody who doesn't have money, if you can make fast money, whether it's selling drugs or whatever, and the danger and adrenaline that comes with that, they're like, hey, yeah, I could put in a few hours and I made $5,000, whatever. Yeah. And I ain't got to do nothing, but you're still dealing with some dangerous people that have been in the game a lot longer than you have.
Yeah.
And they know how to play it. And they don't have any remorse, and they'll kill you like that.
Yeah.
Over a little bit of nothing.
That happens every day.
Over loyalty, man, there's no loyalty in that. They just, it's so dangerous. So I don't know. I'm glad that you're not into that. I'm so grateful. You don't know how grateful I am to God that you're not into that. So I hope not.
No.
We're talking a lot about it tonight, so I don't know.
It's just something that I pay attention to.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know. Yeah. I can't get with it. But it's sad. It's sad whenever you lose. There's people that get lost. And
yeah.
Now that guy is going to have to live with the fact that his cousin died instead of him.
Oh, yeah.
Something that was allegedly was meant for him.
Yeah. Well, this happened a couple years. I think it happened in 2022. I think.
And now he's not going to know, that's still guilt that's going to have to stay with him.
And then that guy, his name's Quando Rondo. Yeah. He was a Crip, and just recently he said he's not Cripping anymore. He threw his flag down. Yeah. He said, I can't be a part of this anymore.
Part of it, yeah. So that's a life change.
Yeah, for sure.
Life changing, and sometimes it takes a lot of tragedy for people to turn their life around.
Yeah, sometimes one dead friend is not enough. Sometimes two dead friends is not enough for some people.
Sometimes family too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
But as long as people can change, it's never too late to change. But unfortunately, it could be at the cost of losing people that you really care and love.
Yeah.
Care for and love. So yeah, I'm glad I still have people in my life that I love.
Yeah.
I guess that. Oh Lord.
Yeah, baby.
There's something Johnny's listening to. We got Little Richard playing in our headphones. I was like, what the heck is that?
You know the original name of that song was supposed to be,
it's Long Tall Sally by Little Richard.
He was supposed to say like Tutti Fruity Booty or something in the song.
Yeah, but it's Tutti Fruity on Rudy, right?
Or it's supposed to be Tutti Fruity in the Booty or something. I think.
Lord.
I think he was a gay man, or at least bisexual. They all were back then.
Little Richard.
Yeah.
You said they all were back then?
Oh,
what do you mean? Like Little Richard and who else?
All those guys were doing each other.
Who?
Freaking him, Teddy Pendergrass, all those guys.
Don't ruin Teddy Pendergrass for me, because I love Teddy Pendergrass.
He wasn't just singing about women.
That's all right. I'll still turn off the lights.
Oh, well, let's wrap this up, because I don't want to hear about you turn off the lights. Please.
Whatever. All right. So, did you get my little doggies on the thing? You probably didn't get my little doggies
put them up
on the camera because we're too close.
Oh, whatever.
You didn't get them in the frame, did you?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not.
But I got my little puppy dogs. My little puppy things. Aren't they cute?
Yeah, they're nice.
And my comfy PJ bottoms. I gotta put my top on like whenever we're done. But whatever.
Yeah, they're nice.
I know. I like them very, 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 very much.
Very much. Very much.
Very, 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 very much. I'm trying to figure out if I have any last minute announcements. I do not. Okay.
No, you don't. This has been episode 32 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yes.
Go follow us on all of our social media. Tay and Tristan podcast or Tay and Tristan whatever. I don't know the names of them.
It's Tay and Tristan Hour on TikTok. Okay. We are also on Spotify. Our Instagram is Tay and Tristan, then the underline podcast.
Underscore.
Not
underline.
Underscore podcast. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then please check out our website at tayandtristan.com. You can check out TATH Styles, which is our online shop, and the link to that is www.tayandtristan.shop. Mm-hmm. Remember that we are also on Apple Podcast.
You said that, I think.
No, I didn't. I didn't say Apple Podcast.
I think you did.
No, I didn't, Tristan.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're on Apple, Spotify,
iHeartRadio,
Amazon,
and Amazon Music.
Yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, share on YouTube.
Yes, please.
Comment.
Yeah, we got quite a few views on our last on the Trump Cast episode. So thank you guys for tuning into that one. I really appreciate you guys listening to me rant last week.
Yeah.
So, I really do appreciate that one. I'm actually
oh my God, the next one is going to be crazy.
I'm so excited. And don't forget, even if Tristan's not going to tune in on Tuesday night, I am doing a live. It's going to actually be on YouTube. So I'm going to actually be doing a live stream. I do believe on YouTube. I'm going to try to do a live stream just through my webcam.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not through YouTube, it'll be through Riverside. So yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how to do it to where I can actually see the live results come in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll get it on YouTube some kind of way next on Tuesday night. So yeah, just stay tuned. Yeah. Or we'll figure it out.
Whatever, we'll figure it out. This has been episode 32 of the Tay and Tristan Hour. See you next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.